This is the tutorial video on how to connect to a FiTech Mean Street EFI system using the FiTech software if you have a Windows 10 computer. So the communication protocol is K-line, and it requires some drivers obviously to communicate and set up the interface between the computer and the ECU. So to do that on Windows 10, there's a few things that you need to do. You need to install the drivers, and in order to install them, you need to enable some settings in the updated security, window in Windows. So you want to select recovery and then go to restart now. What this is going to enable you to do is to basically install drivers that are not digitally signed. So because these drivers were made a while ago, you want to select the option to troubleshoot and then advanced options and reset the PC. And then in the startup settings, here's where you're going to click 7, which is to disable driver signature enforcement. So that's going to kind of relax some of the driver settings there so that you can install the drivers. So once you do go through that, you're going to reboot the system, and then you can navigate to the FiTech folder on your computer, which is program files, x86 FiTech, and then wherever the driver folder is. And if you have a 64-bit machine, you're going to want to double click on the FiTech K-line setup x64 executable, and that'll install the drivers. And then you should be ready to go to connect to the controller. So you want to make sure you have the USB cable plugged in, and you're going to have the FiTech software installed, and you're going to right click and run as administrator here. And that's going to bring up a window that's going to ask you if you want to allow changes from this application. You just select yes, and then it'll bring up the FiTech window here. And in order to connect to the controller, we're not connected here, but you're going to have to click communication once the USB cable's plugged in. And then in order to see the live data on the screen here, you're going to click dash play here. So when it's connected, after it says connected up here, you're going to click dash. So communication, it's going to try and communicate now, but obviously there's nothing plugged in, so it's not going to do anything. But yeah, that goes through setup here, and then you can basically click read here, and that'll read the ECU cal into the software and populate these settings here, and then you can start manipulating from there. You probably want to save a backup, so you can do that by saving calibration to file before you start modifying any settings. Hopefully that was helpful. Stay tuned for more content on instructional videos and tips and tricks on anything tuning related here on our YouTube page.